Good morning, boys and girls. Today, we have some shapes, some rectangles, and we are going to find the area for these rectangles. Now, remember, area is measured by square units, okay? So, um, right here in the directions, it says circle the rectangles that have an area of 36 square units. Okay. Each of these squares represents one square unit. So if you remember from yesterday's lesson, um, we can use multiplication to find the area of a shape. Now remember, area is the measurement of space inside a shape. Okay, so although that we cannot see all of the lines here, um, for example, there's no lines that go like this, right? To kind of close it off. We just see how many uh, rows and columns it has. So if it did have all the lines like that, we could count the squares one by one. I'm gonna do this so that we can see what it looks like. Almost done. Now you'll have to excuse my crooked lines. So, whoops. Ooh, maybe I need an eraser for that one. And let's do that again. Okay. And one more. That one's better. Okay. Now, we could count the squares one by one, right? We could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But that's going to take me too long. So what I can do instead is I can count the number of rows that I see on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to write 6 over here. 6. And right here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I can put 6 over here. Now I can multiply the length, this is the length, times the width to find the area for that rectangle. So 6 times 6 equals 36 square units. So that is the area for this one right here. Okay. Now I'm going to do the same thing for this one. Okay. Now, again, I could draw the lines, but it's going to be easier for me just to count the number of rows and the number of columns. So it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I am going to write 5 over here. We'll have to excuse my funny 5. And over here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So to find the area, all I have to do is multiply the length times the width. Okay. So now I'm going to write 5 times 6 equals 30 square units. Okay. Remember, area is measured in square units. Okay. Now we're going to do this one over here. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 on this side. That's the length. And over here we have 1. I have to count this one. 1, 2, 3. It's very important that you count this. We have to count all of the columns. 1, 2, 3. So that one, it includes the first one. Okay. So 3. So now I multiply the length times the width. Okay. Whoops. Sorry about that. Let's erase that. Oh, I thought we were going to erase it. There we go. Um, so we're going to multiply the length times the width. So 12, 12 is the length, and the width is 3. So 12 times 3 equals 36. I'm going to put 36 square units. Okay. Now I have found the area for the first 3 shapes. Now it says to circle the rectangles that have an area of 36 units. So I'm going to take my little drawing tool, and I'm going to use the color blue, and I'm going to circle the ones that have an area of 36 square units. Let's see over here. Does this one have an area of 36 square units? Yes, because 6 times 6 equals 36. So I'm going to circle that. Oops, that's a silly circle, but that's okay. Oh, my gravy. Let me erase that. Oof. Maybe I can put a shape around it. How about that? Let me see. Oh yeah, that's better. Oh, there we go. I circled that one. Let's see. Does this one have an area of 36 square units? No, it doesn't. Oops. So I am not going to circle the second shape. This one does have an area of 36 units. So I circled it. Okay. Now, remember, I only want to circle the ones that have 36 square units. Okay, so you will do these 2 on the bottom on your own. You're going to figure out the area and then decide, does this have an area of 36 square units? If it does, circle it. If it does not, just leave it alone. Okay, show your work. You must show your work whenever you turn this into me. You will go to Seesaw and you will see this same document on Seesaw. Don't worry about doing these 3 at the top. I already did them for you. You can if you want to practice, but all I want you to do is these 2 on the bottom. This is what I'm going to be looking for, okay? And then down here it says, how did you determine which rectangles have an area of 36 square units? And this is where you would write, I determined which rectangles have an area of 36 units by, and you would fill in the rest. Okay, by, I would say I multiply the length times the width or whatever. Okay, all right, that's it. Good luck. Let me know if you have any questions.